Joe the Fan with Just Win Bets Baby with Shane O'Mac. Shane O'Mac, breaking news here in the UFC. Jon Jones officially retiring. Your thoughts?
So he's ducking. He's got to be ducking Tom Aspinall, right? He has to be. Tom Aspinall's been in the wings waiting for over a year since his last fight. And he's next in line to get a heavyweight championship bout. And he has to be ducking him. And that's the only response I have, right? Aspinall was on Michael Bisping's podcast about 12, 13 months ago. I looked it up. And he said on that podcast, he said he was going to retire Jon Jones without even fighting him. He called it over a year ago. It is crazy. Jon Jones has been ducking him. Jon Jones really hasn't fought. He beat Gagne, who's a really strong UFC heavyweight recently. Well, not really recently, about a year ago. Before that, he beat Stipe. And Stipe was a great heavyweight fighter, probably one of the best heavyweights to ever fight in the UFC. Jon Jones beat him, but Stipe was also 42 at that fight. He was near the end of his career, you know what I mean? So it's I don't know if Jon Jones doesn't have it, if he's scared of Aspinall. I have no idea, but that's what it seems like to me. I thought of two things when I heard that he was retiring. One, he's ducking Aspinall, or two, he got caught with PEDs or cocaine again, and the UFC is like, hey, you retire, we will make sure this doesn't get out to the public type thing, you know, because he was like on his last strike for that.
Interesting. Aspinall, of course, the new undisputed heavyweight champion. And regarding Jones, yeah, I have to agree with you. It does sound it's either one of those two, but with Jones, it sounds like the old Rocky 3 movie where Rocky retires and Clubber Lang is coming out of the crowd there and say, "Hey, you ducking me?" You know?
Yeah.
Getting out while you can.
Getting out while you can? Don't get a sucker no statue. Give him guts. I told you I wasn't going away. You got your shot. Now give me mine.
Why don't you get the hell out of there?
Shut up, old man. I ain't going nowhere. And why don't you tell all these nice folks why you've been ducking me? Politics, man. This country wants to keep me down.
Yeah, it feels just like that, doesn't it? And I get it. Tom Aspinall he's a beast. He's a dude. Right? He can fight. And I just feel bad for him. He's been waiting for over a year to try and get a chance to win the belt. And now he gets the belt, but he gets it without doing anything. I'm sure he's appreciative of it, still gets the belt, but I'm sure he'd much rather beat up Jon Jones to get the belt.
Now, how did this happen that he retrieved the belt? Was it an old WCW Hulk Hogan versus Kevin Nash? They looked around, you know, into the crowd, and then Nash puts his finger on his chest, and he just falls down. And 1, 2, 3, that's it.
The finger poke of doom. Yeah. It seems like it, right? I mean, he's the number one contender. That's what the UFC tends to do. Is they tend to like give that person the interim belt, and then they actually have a title bout later on to make them the actual undisputed champion. I guess they don't like having vacancies. That's the only thing I can think of.
We're here, folks, talking with Shane O'Mac about the breaking news in UFC. Jon Jones officially retiring. And Aspinall, of course, is the new undisputed heavyweight champion. And so we are discussing that, of course, the breaking news here in the UFC world.
Yeah, I mean, this news came out of nowhere, right? And like we said, Aspinall, yeah, he's gonna be fighting Gagne next. Gagne, like I said, he's a really strong fighter as well. Tom Aspinall on Instagram, he made a post today after this news broke, and he said, "For you fans, it's time to get this heavyweight division going again. An active, undisputed champion is now at hand." So you could tell he's mad, right?
Sure.
He, like I said, he's been waiting for over a year to get into this fight, and he's just been waiting in the wings. UFC's kind of like wasting him too because he's in his prime, right? And that's something the UFC needs to do is build some more bigger stars, right? McGregor's not there anymore. Jon Jones, who was a huge draw, obviously he's not going to be there anymore, right? So they need to start building, especially in that heavyweight division, which has been lacking the last couple of years, with big names, right? Ever since Daniel Cormier retired, and like I talked about Stipe, he just fought Jon Jones last year, but Stipe was 42 near the end of his career, right? So they need to build up some bigger names and build up some name recognition, and they're just wasting a guy who has all the talent in the world in his prime, just sitting around not fighting for a year. So I could tell he's going to be pissed. He's going to fight Gagne again. or fight Gagne to make himself the undisputed champion. I think it's in August is what I see here. Is that fight? I'm going to put all of my money on Aspinall to win that fight because I think he's going to be pissed to come out swinging.
Yeah, no question about it. Fans, tell us what you think. This breaking news, of course, with Jon Jones retiring. Is it for personal reasons, or does it have to do with his history from the past regarding drugs or PEDs, etc., or is he just plain on ducking Aerosol for a chance to fight him in the octagon? Let us know what you think. Please leave a message or a comment, excuse me, on our YouTube page. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and hit that notification button so every time that we do have a new video, you'll be the first to know. All right, until next time, we'll catch you later.